towards the box that you want to hit. Guys, you guys always want to make sure that you're sideways and your body is facing the net post. So listen, this is a big tip. If I'm a right-handed player, so I'm serving to you guys, I'm lining up this way to the right net post. If you're a left-handed player, you want to line up this way to the left net post. I want you guys to turn your body away from the box that you want to hit. So if I'm hitting over here, I want to line my body up away from the box. Many people, they go wrong. They position their body straight to their box. Say if I want to hit over here, say I'm on the deuce side, I want to hit over here, they're going to serve like this. Now you guys want to be pointing the opposite away from that, right? And here, let me explain why. If I'm facing the box, watch what's going to happen, right? I'm going to go forward. I'm going to go straight to that box, right? It's going to be all my arm and all my shoulder. Guys, does anyone have any arm and shoulder problems? If you guys have any arm, shoulder, anything going wrong when you serve, 9 times out of 10, I work with a lot of older people over the age of 60. They come to me, Tyler, my shoulder, my elbow, arm hurts or whatever. It's because they're lining up to the box. What you guys need to make sure that you do is you line up away from the box. That's going to allow your body to rotate around. Instead of just using your arm and shoulder, you're going to be able to use your whole rotation, okay? Okay, then the next thing, all right? Where do you want to hold the serve? Where do you want to hold the racket? What's the grip? What's the grip for the serve? All right, you guys want continental grip, right? All these coaches, oh, you want bevel 2, number 2, 3, whatever. Guys, number 1, get the Grip MD. I put it in my story. It's the best way to learn the continental grip. I put a promo code for you guys. Number 2, just think, all you want to do is you want the racket straight. You want no tilt whatsoever. I don't teach all my students all these bevel things, right? Just have the racket straight like a hammer grip. I like to tell all my students, think that you're doing a handshake, right? Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Tyler, right? You're doing a handshake grip that's going to make sure that the racket is not tilted. Guys, if you guys are a perfectionist, if we have any perfectionists out there, right? All you got to do to make sure that you're in the proper serve grip is get your racket, handshake grip, continental grip, and go straight down like you're hammering a nail. You want your frame to be touching the ground. If your frame is touching the ground, you're good to go. Last thing about the grip, and then we're going to move on, because I'm trying to help everyone. I'm not sure what everyone's level is. But, right, when you guys are serving, if you ever record yourself, if your racket is from the back, right, if you record yourself from behind, if your racket's tilted to the side, that's not right. You need it straight. That means that you're in continental grip. Okay, so we worked on that, okay? Now, let's go over the steps of the serve, all right? So you want to be sideways, and here's the thing. Many players, what they do with their feet, right? They're either here, they're here. You guys always want to make sure that your front foot is in front of your back foot. Once again, you always want to make sure that your front foot is in front of your back foot, all right? My front foot is in front of my back foot. You never want your back foot in front of your front foot, because if you have your back foot in front of your front foot, you're giving up your rotation. Again, you want your front foot in front of your back foot every single time you serve. A lot of players, what they do is when they start out to serve, they have their feet too narrow. That means that they don't have as much balance. If you guys ever feel like you're falling off, falling over for the serve, check. If I feel like I'm not stable with my serve, is my feet close together? That's probably why. You guys want to start out with a foundation. All right, well, Tyler, there's pros that bring their feet in together. Yes, that's right. And we're going to go over the 2 types of serve stances, right? Number 1, the pinpoint stance. Nick Kyrgios. Guys like Kyrgios? Kyrgios is my favorite player in the world. I love him. Met him a couple times. Did a shot with him the previous time. And then that's the reason why I lost 6-0, 6-0 in the US Open first round. But when Kyrgios does it, it's a pinpoint, right? So when he starts his serve, he's going to bring his back foot in, right? That's a pinpoint. So you start out and you bring your back foot in. That's what I do personally. That's what Kyrgios does. Many players do that, right? But then if you guys like, say, Roger Federer, all right, what you guys can do is that you want to keep your feet open, right? So this is platform stance. So you're not bringing your foot in. Either one's okay. You can either bring your foot in or you can stay here. Me personally, I've always felt like I clearly love Roger Federer. I've tried so hard to do that platform stance, not bring my foot in. It just felt really odd, honestly. So I always been doing, again, the pinpoint serve, okay? Then, guys, If you guys are okay with that, after you do that, right, you want to start with the racket out in front. Another thing, this is a big tip. I want everyone to listen real quick. And again, I'm trying to shoot everything. There's so many things about the serve. Guys, this is a huge tip, okay? Go do this tomorrow. It will make a huge difference, and it's so small. All you want to do is make sure, you know how I told you how your body should be pointing to the net post, right? Righties, your body and racket should be pointing to the right net post. Lefties to the left net post. Listen, here's the big tip. You guys ready? You guys ready? All right, here's what we're going to do. All you have to do is make sure that your toe is pointing to the net post. Guys, 9 players out of 10, this is what they do. And this is huge. Go and do this. If you guys can take anything from this video, take this, right? Many players, they start with their foot parallel to the baseline. So when they serve, they have to move their feet to adjust their hips, and then they swing. That gets their tossing consistent. That gets their serving consistent. Once again, let me say this again because this is huge. And this works for all levels, right? People start with their toe not pointed to the net post, and they serve, right? They go to serve, and they move their foot. They move their foot because they have to adjust their body, and then they lose so much momentum and consistency. Guys, here is the tip. Instead of having that problem, make sure that your front foot is always, if you're right-handed, it's pointing to the right net post. If you're left-handed, it's pointing to the left net post when you guys hit. You guys always want that foot pointing to that net post, okay? If you guys do that, that will stop your feet from moving. Guys, if you guys ever, I'm going to be offering online tennis lessons. If you guys have me analyze your serve personally, I'm not going to look at anything but your feet. The first thing that you guys should be addressing for anyone's serve is your feet. Your feet make your toss consistent, not consistent. Your feet make your serve consistent, not consistent. So make sure that you have your feet in the proper position, okay? And again, by pointing that front toe to your dominant side, that will change the game. Seriously, go out and do it right now. Get off my live. Go and serve some balls. Keep your toe pointed to your dominant side net post, okay? That's the next thing. You guys want your foot not to be moving, okay? Let's talk about weight shift, all right? So there's 3 steps with the serve, and I'm going to reference 3 steps in different ways, all right? So here is the first way that I want you guys to think of the serve. If you guys got a pen, paper, write this down, all right? And guys, real quick, for everyone who has questions, I know you guys have questions, we're going to do a Q&A at the end. To keep this thing going, I'm going to answer all questions at the end if you guys stay till the end. Also, we got a promo code, a discount for the Topspin Pro. If you guys stay to the end, I'm gonna tell everyone a code word. You guys go let me know and I'll give you guys that discount. But getting back to it, all right? The thing is, with your toe, or the 3 steps with the serve, right? I want you guys to think, right? You start out, you're going to your serve, you're gonna drop your hands, you're gonna lift your hands up, and then you're going to hit it. Once again, I'm going to drop my hands. So I start out in front, right? I drop my hands, I lift my hands, and hit it. If a lot of players, they have trouble getting their serve timed, right? You have trouble. You think that you're tossing it, you think that you're hitting it at the same time, you're having trouble, it's super inconsistent. Just think, if you struggle with that, all you gotta think is drop your hands, lift your hands up, and hit it. I like to tell all my students, pretend that you're making a snow angel, right? 3 steps. You're gonna drop your hands down, right? You start out here. I like to, when I start, this is just me personally, and make sure that my toss is correct. I start with my racket on my fingers, the ball behind the racket. You guys see that? And guys, we're going to be getting into why I hold it this way. This is huge. This is going to help you with your toss. But guys, we're going to get into the toss next, okay? We're going to get into the toss next. I'm going to teach you guys how to have the most consistent toss possible, okay? But real quick, when you guys are starting, make sure that you guys are synchronized. Drop your hands. Lift your hands up. Clearly, when I lift my hand, what am I going to do? I'm going to be tossing and hitting. So I want you to think drop, lift, hit. By telling yourself drop, lift, hit. Drop, lift, hit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be able to get yourself in a rhythm. If you guys struggle with timing or you guys toss wrong and then try to go, tell yourself drop, lift, hit. It's going to help synchronize your serve, okay? Guys, you guys want to learn about the consistent toss? Who wants to learn how to have a consistent toss? How am I doing so far, everyone? How's everyone doing? Is everyone, all 54 of you guys, how's everyone doing? You guys want to learn how to hit a consistent toss? Who wants to learn how to hit a consistent toss? or have a consistent toss? Anyone? Does anyone want to learn in the audience? Who wants to learn? Me? Perfect. Hui Hun, perfect. Hui Hun wants to learn how to have a consistent toss. Yannick does too. All right, guys, here we are. You guys want consistent toss? Two things, right? So you guys know Patrick Montagulu or whatever, he said the fingers. A lot of coaches who are just jealous that they can't be him or saying, oh, that's wrong. Oh, the palm, the fingers. Guys, here is how to have a most consistent toss. I want you guys to try this, right? Number one, when you guys line up, when I line up for my serve, I'm going to serve right now. Guys, look, I mentioned this before. What? My racket's in front of the ball. Why is this such a huge thing right here? Because look, by putting my racket in front of the ball, resting on my fingers, can you guys see that? What's it doing? It's positioning the ball in the exact proper place. You want a little bit of fingers, a little bit of palm. You don't want too much fingers. And yeah, okay, Donald Young, if you guys know him, he's a US player. He holds it sideways and goes like this. Guys, different things are gonna work for different people, right? Not one size fits all, but these are tips for you if you guys have trouble tossing. If you guys have consistent toss, doing this or that or whatever, guys, fine. You guys have a consistent toss. But if you guys want a most consistent toss possible, you guys are struggling, again, the racket in front of the ball, racket on the fingertips, all right? This is going to make sure that that ball is in the proper position. Guys, you guys see this? This is how you want to be holding the ball. More in the fingers, but not on the tip, and a tiny bit on the palm, right? Because listen, right? When you guys get your fingers, that's going to make it inconsistent. So let me address the problems with the problems of a toss, and then we'll go into how to have a consistent toss, right? Some people, they toss the ball behind them too much, right? Guys, if you guys are ever tossing the ball behind you, 9 times out of 10, it's because your fingers are flicking back. So if you guys are ever tossing the ball behind you, it's probably because your fingers are going back. When I go like this, the ball's going to go behind me, right? If you guys are tossing the ball too far out in front of you, it's probably because you're putting your palm too outward, right? So you guys want to, I like to tell this to all my students, and this makes sure you have a consistent toss, right? Pretend you're holding a tray of drinks, right? You guys are holding a tray of drinks. You want that tray of drinks to stay up straight, right? Have you guys ever heard palm up? Your coach told you keep your palm up. Think that you're holding a tray of drinks, like 007s or something like that, right? And you're going to hold it up. You want to keep that tray of drinks up. Guys, if I go like this, what's going to happen to my tray of drinks? What's going to happen? It's going to spill on me. If I go like this, what's going to happen? The drinks are going to spill. You want to keep that tray of drinks upward, and that's going to it's going to ensure that you have a consistent toss. So once again, go out on court, think that you're holding a tray of drinks and you don't want them to spill. Okay, the next thing, okay, I told you guys the finger movements. If you guys do the tray of drinks, say you guys are like, Tyler, I went out, I tried the tray of drinks, and it still didn't work. Why? I was on your Instagram live last night. I Venmo'd you for a beer. I bought you a beer, and my toss still sucks. What am I going to do? Okay, guys, and here is number 2, right? I want you guys to pay attention about where you release the ball. Guys, think about it this way, right? When I release this ball for my serve, right? This is the toss number 2, right? This is tip number 2. If I release the ball, when you release the ball for your serve, you want to release it between your chest and your belly button. So that means when I let go of my serve, I let go of the ball between my chest and my belly button, between here. Listen, if you guys release the ball, if the ball comes out of your hands below your belly button, watch what's going to happen. It's going to go forward. It's going to go too far forward. If you guys release the ball above your chest, watch what's going to happen. It's going to go too far backward, right? So when you guys release the ball for your serve, you always want to make sure that you let go of the ball between your chest and your belly button. So again, if you guys ever struggle with bad serves, I want you guys to go out in court and think 2 things right tomorrow. Number 1, you're going to hold a tray of drinks. You're going to keep your palm up in the air. Palm up in the air, it's not going to move. If that doesn't work, then you guys are going to think, okay, well, when I let go of this ball again, I'm going to let go of the ball between my chest and my belly button. That is how you guys are going to have a consistent toss. I'm going to say this one more time for everyone, and then we'll move on. You guys want to release the ball between your chest and belly button, and you want to keep your palm up in the air. Guys, so what about the toss? You're telling me I have to have consistent toss. Where should you toss the ball? Where do you guys want to toss the ball for your serve? Guys, I want you guys to think of a clock, all right? I'm going to be dropping a YouTube video on this probably tomorrow, the next day, right? 12 o'clock up here, 6 o'clock down here. You guys see 12 o'clock right here? You guys got it? If you guys are a right-handed player, you want to toss the ball at 1 o'clock. You want it to be out in front to the right. So when you make contact with that ball, it is this up high and this out front, fully extended, okay? If you guys are left-handed players, you guys want that toss at 11 o'clock. You want it out in front and to the left. So once again, if I'm a right-handed player, I want that toss at 1 o'clock out in front to the right. If I'm a left-handed player, I want that toss out and up in front to the left. Guys, okay, that's for more of a club level player, okay? There are different types of serves, right? So if you guys want to hit a kick serve, if you guys want, and we're going to do how to hit a kick serve live Instagram, but just to breeze over the tosses. If you guys want to learn how to hit a kick serve, you guys want that toss right above your head at 12 o'clock, lefties and righties. If you guys want to learn how to hit a slice serve, and I got a lot of comments on how do you hit a slice serve, what are you guys going to do? You guys are going to get that toss more out to the right? For the right-handed players, I like to tell my students at 1.5 o'clock, right? So you want that toss at like 1.5, right? For the left-handed players, you want that toss at like 10.5. So again, kick right above your head, flat, a little bit to the right or left if you're lefty, right? And then slice even more out wide to the left if you're lefty, to the right if you're a righty, all right? So that is the serve toss. So you're going to hold your tray of drinks, go release between your chest and your belly button, and you're going to try to toss that serve at 1 o'clock. If you're more of a club level player, you guys will have a consistent serve, all right? Now, guys, do you guys want to learn some power? Who wants to learn some power? You guys want to learn how to hit more power on your serve? You guys want to learn how to hit more power? Who's still on here? You guys want to add 5 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour to your serve? Guys, I'm telling you, if you guys listen for these next 5 minutes, you guys are going to go out on court tomorrow and you'll instantly get 5, 10 miles per hour. What about 20? Coffee? Perfect. All right, hey, how about this? Guys, if I give you 5 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour, you guys owe me a coffee, all right? So let's get started. So tip number 1, I'm going to just be spitting straight fire right now on how to get more power on your serve. You guys ready? Okay, so number 1, easy way to get power. Many players, they serve and they stay there, right? They serve and they stay there. What I want you guys to do, and if we have any doubles tennis players on here, do we have any doubles players? Guys, this is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You'll be in a better position to hit your volley as well. But watch, after I serve, so say I'm serving you guys, right? I'm going to serve. And instead of staying right here, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to serve, and once I'm done, I'm going to walk forward to exactly where I want to hit. And guys, remember this tip, because when we talk about accuracy in a bit, this is going to help you guys with accuracy. Once again, right? So I'm going to serve, and all I'm going to do is walk forward after I hit my serve, right? By walking forward, why will that give me more power instantly on your serve? Because you're going to be able to get your whole body into it. You're going to be able to get your whole body into your serve now, not just your arm, your whole body. So also, it'll be less wear and tear on your arm and shoulder, okay? The next tip that you guys can do. Guys, people think, oh, I want to hit a harder serve. I got tense up, right? Super tight, gripping the racket super tight, right? No, guys, you guys want to make sure that you guys do you guys get looser. And where does the power come from? It almost slipped out of my head right there. The power comes from your legs in the serve. So if you guys want to get more power on your serve, you guys got to think that the power comes from your legs, right? So for your serve, all your weight should go to your back foot, and then you're going to go forward and hit. Guys, have you guys ever seen an old school tennis trophy? Anyone ever see an old school tennis trophy? What do they look like? They look like this, right? So there's 2 ways to make sure that you can get more power on your serve by getting into your back leg. Number 1, you can start on your back leg and then you can go and hit. That's going to help you explode up, right? Or number 2, you can lean on your front foot, rock back to your back foot, and then hit, okay? Guys, if you guys want more leg drive, more leg power to get more power in your serve, here's another tip, a little hack, right? It's a little easy hack to make sure that you get way more power in your legs on your serve. Are you guys ready? This is a great hack. This is a little tip. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, so here's what you gotta do. All you have to do to ensure that you get power on your legs, even if you're a beginner club level player. Anyone can do this, right? It doesn't matter if you're Roger Federer or Karen from the tennis club, all right? Here's what we're going to do, right? When we go back on our serve, all you're going to do is you're going to stick your hip out, right? You're going to stick your front hip outward. By sticking my front hip outward, look what it's going to do. It's going to load all my power on my back leg. So instead of being here, I'm going to stick my hip out, and again, I'm getting all that power onto my back leg, all right? Also, what's that going to force me to do? It's going to force me to go up to my serve, right? So I'm going to be able to get more power on that serve by, again, sticking your front hip outward. That's all you have to do. It's like you're doing a dance, right? All right, so the next tip that you guys got to do, right? And I think I saw someone in the comments say, you guys want to hold your racket loose. When you serve, you do not want to be tight, right? If I have a new student and they go do serves, even forehand or backhand with me, I'm going to come up, say if you guys are my student right now, I'm going to do, okay, here's my serve, I'm going to show you my serve, I'm going to do it. And again, I'm not doing full swing because I want to like break the ceiling. But then I'm going to, after I'm done, I'm going to say, hey Bruno, take my racket from me. And you try to take your racket, you look at me weird and it'd come right out of my hand. You just take it right away. That's how loose that you guys want to hold your racket, right? If it's any looser, it's going to fly out of your hand and knock your opponent out, right? Instead of winning 6-0, 6-0, you're going to win 6-0 KO because it's going to knock them out, right? So guys, what I'm trying to say though is make sure you hold that racket super loose, all right? The next tip that you guys can do for the serve in order to get more power, I have 3 more tips for you, all right? Guys, pronation. So when you go up to the racket, right, when you make contact with the ball, you want to snap your wrist, kind of like you're doing a flick of the wrist, right? You want to snap the wrist down. By snapping your wrist down, you're going to be able to generate more power and come down on the ball. So next time you go out and hit, this will also help you get in. You're just going to snap your wrist. It's going to help you come down on the ball and get you an extra 5, 10 miles per hour when you hit. Okay, 2 more tips for power. Then we're going to be going over, after we get done the power, we're going to be going over why does my serve go long and what to do to stop it from going long and what to do to stop the serve from going in the net. Are you guys still with me? Who's on here? Who's on here? Let's see real quick. And then we'll get into the last 2 tips with power. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? I hope I'm providing you guys value. How's everyone doing? Good? You guys ready? All right, so 2 more tips with power, okay? Number 1, what I want to do is once I'm done, I actually just posted an Instagram reel on this, right? Guys, I'm telling you, try this, right? When you guys are done for the serve, you guys are going to follow through across your opposite arm, right? I'm going to follow through that. If I took my hand off the racket, I'd catch it under my opposite arm. Guys, for the forehand and backhand, I stress so much, you have to follow through. The same concept for the serve, but the serve follow through is, again, it's across your body. That is the follow through for the serve, okay? So when you guys are done for the serve, you guys want to make sure that you let the racket do the work, ensure a full follow through by going under your opposite arm, okay? Next thing that we're going to do, last tip for power, right? When you guys toss the serve, so you're going to toss up for the serve, what you're going to do is when you start your swing, you're going to tuck your non-hitting arm. You're going to tuck your tossing arm into your body. You're going to tuck it into your body like this, right? You're going to like hold your chest, and it's going to serve as a counterweight and accelerate your racket, right? So when I'm going up to serve, if I tuck this tossing arm into my body, it's going to speed up my racket and serve as a counterweight to throw it forward. So I'm going to toss, I'm going to tuck it in, and it's going to speed up my racket, okay? When I tell a lot of my students this tip, I want you guys to take this with a grain of salt. You have to make sure you go up and then you tuck. Too many players, when they learn this tip or they hear this tip from me, they tuck it prematurely, and what's going to happen? The ball's going to go into the net. So once again, guys, I want you guys to make sure that you toss, you go up, then you tuck it in, serves as a counterweight and speeds up your racket, all right? Now, guys, just so everyone knows, for everyone that just joined, we're going over how to hit a serve. Right now, we're going to do a live Q&A at the end, and we'll address everyone's questions, but we're going to work on 3 more things for everyone, all right? Number 1, we're going to be working on what to do if my serve goes long, how to fix your serve from going long. Number 2, we're going to fix how to have it in the net. And number 3, we are going to go over accuracy, how to ensure that our serve goes where we want it every single time or have the best chance for all you guys, all right? So once again, we're going to go over how not to make it long, how to not get it in the net, and how to ensure that it goes to proper places that we want it, and then we're going to do a Q&A at the end. So, right, why does my serve go long? Guys, it's super simple, right? I teach all my students this, and I want you guys to write this down, okay? Get out your notes on your iPhone, get out pencil and paper, right? If the ball goes in the net, what do you have to do? If it goes in the net, what do you have to do? You have to go up. If the ball goes long, you have to come down. It's that simple, right? If the ball ever goes long, all you have to do is you have to bring it down. There's 2 steps with the serve. Number 1 is going up, getting the serve over to the net. Number 2 is coming down. If your ball's going long, congratulations, you did the first step. You got that ball up, but now you got to bring it down. So how do we bring it down? 3 steps, and these are the power steps. If you guys miss your serve long, there are 3 things that you have to do, or try to do, and it'll fix it. Number 1, snap the wrist, bring it down. Number 2, come across the body, full follow through, all right? A lot of players miss their serve long because they swing and they don't do a full follow through. So it doesn't allow their racket to come down across the ball. So number 2, to get that ball from being long in the box, make sure you do a full follow through. Number 3, if you guys ever feel like your ball is going too long all the time, tuck your non-hitting arm into your body. By tucking your non-hitting arm into your body, it's going to force your body to go down. So once again, if your ball ever, Tyler, my ball goes long every single time, 3 things. Number 1, follow through across the body. Number 2, snap the wrist. And number 3, tuck the non-hitting arm into the body. Okay, Tyler, well, my ball doesn't go long. It goes in the net multiple times. Okay, well, guess what we're working on now? How to get the ball out of the net, right? Guys, you have to get that ball up to get it in, all right? You got to get it up to get it in, right? So in order to get this serve up, there are 3 things that you can do, right? Number 1, have a higher toss, right? Too many players, and keep your arm up, all right? Have a higher toss and keep your arm up. Too many players, the reason why their ball goes into the net is because they drop their non-hitting arm, or it's too low of a toss. Guys, watch, if this arm goes down prematurely, what's going to happen with my body? It's going to go down. So if you guys ever struggle with your balls going net, just keep your non-hitting arm up for a split second longer. It's going to force your body to go upwards rather than dropping it too soon and coming down, all right? Number 2, what you have to do is what? Keep your head up. Many players, they drop their head down when they hit their serves. Guys, if I drop my head down, where's my body going to go? It's going to go down. So I want you guys to go up and just keep your head up for a split second longer when you go up for your serve. Guys, you guys will be able to get that serve out of the net. Then last one, right? What did I tell you guys? That hip out. If you guys ever struggle with your serves going into the net, stick your opposite hip out, right? Watch, if I don't have my hip out, look where my racket is, right? But look, if I stick my hip out, where's my racket now? It's going upward, right? So if I can stick my hip out, it's going to orient my body to go and drive more upward when I hit, okay? So once again, if your serve goes into the net, there are 3 things that I want you guys to do. Number 1, keep your non-hitting arm up. Number 2, keep your head up. And number 3, stick that opposite hip out. It's going to force you to get that ball in the net. So we just reviewed. If the ball goes in the net, what do you have to do? You have to go up. And how do we go up? Head up, arm up, hip out, right? If the ball goes long, you can't get your serve in. What are you going to do? Come down across the body, snap the wrist, and tuck the non-hitting arm into the body. All right, guys, so that's basically it. Now, are you guys ready? We're going to get into accuracy, where to place the serve. Who wants to learn where to place the serve? Does anyone want to learn where to place the serve? You guys still with me? Who's with me? I hope I'm providing everyone value. How's everyone doing? Guys, learning some stuff with your serves? Guys, make sure, again, you point that toe to that net post and you get that hip out. That's going to help you, all right? All right. You guys ready? All right, so accuracy, okay? Accuracy, people think it's so hard to locate a serve, all right? It's so hard. Guys, all I want you to think for accuracy is racket and body to the target. If I want to say I'm on the deuce side right now, you guys are the box. If I want to serve straight ahead down the tee, all I'm going to do is swing my racket and my body to the tee. If I want to serve out wide, I'm going to swing my racket and my body out wide. wherever you point your racket to and body to, the ball is going to go. Well, Tyler, that's all you had for accuracy? Like, really? That's all? Point your racket in the body? It's kind of harder than it sounds, right? Seems harder than it actually is. Yeah, well, it is. But I have some more tips for you guys, right? So one tip, right? Wherever you walk towards, the ball is going to go. So if I want to hit a serve down the tee, all I'm going to do is once I'm done serving, and again, this is a power tip, once I'm done, I'm going to walk and make sure my body falls forward to the tee. So if I kept on walking and there was no net, I would walk directly towards where I want my ball to go. If I want to go out wide, right? I want to serve out wide, I'm going to serve, I'm going to follow through, and I'm going to walk my body towards out wide. Again, wherever you walk to, your ball is going to go. So guys, go out on court tomorrow or tonight or this morning, wherever you are in the world, and walk to where you want to hit after your follow through. Not only you'll get more speed, but you'll be able to get that accuracy that you need, okay? Last tip for this accuracy, right? The butt cap tip. I love the butt cap tips. They're easy to remember. It has the word butt in it, right? The butt cap, right? If you guys want to serve down the tee, all you're going to do is once you serve, you follow through. You're going to point your butt cap down the tee. If you're going to serve and follow through out wide, you're going to point your butt cap out wide. Wherever you point your butt cap to on the follow through, the ball is going to go. Guys, so that's basically it. I hope that helped you. We worked on what? We worked on power, how to position, the steps of the serve, accuracy, what to do if it goes long, what to do if it goes in the net, different types of tosses. Guys, now we're going to have a Q&A. And once again, I want all 40 of you to please let me know. And because you guys joined, all right? Guys, the best serve tool, if you guys struggle with your serve grip, your continental grip, I'm sponsoring this thing called Grip MD. It is amazing. I have a promo code for you guys. It's GRIPS. Check my story. Purchase this thing. It's the best thing for your serve. I've been getting a lot of hate on it, but here's the thing. I only sponsor and promote things that I actually believe in, and it works for myself and all my students. So feel free to check my other story, all right? Okay? It's a previous story. I'm done talking about it now, but guys, check my other story if you guys want to improve your serve and purchase the Grip MD, all right? Next thing, all right, guys, so we did all of it. Now we're going to have a Q&A, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, now let's get into a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know right now, all right? So we're going to do a Q&A right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys are going to go out, have better serves. So does anyone have any questions? Guys, if you guys have any questions, use the questions thing or just ask. Yeah, guys, so a second serve, so the difference between power, it depends. It depends who you are. It depends how confident. It depends where you are in a match, right? So if you're feeling bad, hit your second serve as your first serve. You'll get a higher percentage, right? If you really want to get that ball in, you're struggling, hit your second serve as your first serve, right? Guys, the best advice that I ever got told by a tennis coach for serving, right? It's actually 2-Minute Tennis. His name's Ryan Reedy, one of the best tennis coaches. Check out his YouTube. I was like, Ryan, I'm playing this tournament. I haven't served in forever. I'm so nervous about my serve. He's like, Tyler, a serve, listen, guys, I want all 30 of you guys to remember this, right? This is huge. A serve that is 80 miles per hour, that is in 90% of the time, is way more effective than a serve that is 100 miles per hour, that's in 50% of the time. Once again, a serve that is 80 miles per hour, that's in 90% of the time, is way more effective than a serve that's 120 miles per hour, that's in 50% of the time, right? Placement and consistency will always beat power. Unless you're on tour, that extra spin, that extra 5 miles per hour is not going to do anything for your serve. The guy or girl is going to return it if it's 100 miles per hour or if it's 95 miles per hour. If it's 50 or 60, it's not going to make a big difference. But what is again, if you get that serve in or not. Yeah, guys, so great question. Mixing up your serves, yeah, it depends. If it's so here's the thing. It depends what player you're playing. If you're a super beginner level, it's get the serve in. Then once you advance, yeah, clearly you need to mix up spins. When you get to a higher level, like college tennis, if you hit any type of serve to the person's forehand, they're going to annihilate. So it depends what you need for your level. Great. Don't, yeah, perfect. Okay, here. Aaron, guys, try to use the question thing because the comments are getting too lost. You guys are asking a lot of great questions. Front toes pointing to the net post. Yes, and guys, if any of you guys are new, the number one tip that I want you guys to leave with, all right? People struggle with an inconsistent serve because their toes aren't, their front foot's toe is not pointing in the proper direction. You guys want that front foot toe, your toes of your front foot to be pointing to the right net post. And if you're lefty, pointing to the left net post. Chris, or Aaron, sorry, that is for both sides. Yes, so on the deuce and ad side, if you're a righty, you want your you want your front foot's toes pointing to the right net post. If you're a lefty, you want them pointing to your left net post at all times, regardless of side, singles or doubles. And not necessarily exactly to the net post, but in that direction, like the doubles alley line and the net post, that space between. First serve with power is inconsistent. Probably because your toss, Henry. Got to make sure your tosses, and again, the toes, Henry, check. Henry, the first thing, and guys, if you guys like, I'm going to be offering video sessions soon, tennis tips. I have this whole plan that I'm going to blast out. I've been working a really lot behind the scenes, but Henry, the first thing that you're going to do, if you sent me a video of your serve, I check your feet. I'm 85, 90% sure that why your serve is inconsistent is because your feet move. You got to make sure your feet are still. Let's go. I'm going to go through these. What do you do with the money? What do I do with the money? What money? The money that you guys, I'm going to buy a beer or coffee, of course. That's why I asked you guys. I said, if you guys like the training session, buy me a beer, buy me a Modelo or a coffee, whatever, you know? No problem, Henry. Yeah, and how to aim my serve on different angles. So Yannick, wherever you point your racket to and your body to, the ball's going to go, right? So that'll help you. Instant tello. Guys, all 27 of you, I want you guys to realize something real quick, all right? This is a huge tip. Instant tello, this is a perfect question. Are you guys ready? Guys, everyone needs to hear this. Guys, if your coach tells you, high toss, higher toss, higher toss, come on, you need to have a higher toss, Sally. Guys, your coach doesn't know what they're talking about. Listen, having a higher toss does not matter. That is a stupid tip. It doesn't matter how high your toss is. All that matters when you make contact, you're fully extended. Listen, if I toss a ball like 20 feet in the air, super high, I launch that thing, and I let that ball drop below my extended contact, right, where I want to hit it, that's a not effective toss, right? That's not a good toss. If I toss a ball, say like super low in the air, if I toss it this high and it lands right where I want to extend, that's perfectly fine. So it doesn't matter about how high you guys toss the ball. It matters where you guys make contact. You guys want to make contact fully extended. So if you have a higher toss, it doesn't matter if you guys are still letting it drop too low, right? If you guys struggle with a low toss, try to hit the ball earlier. Try to keep your head up. Try to keep your palm up and keep your head up as well. But again, a high toss does not matter. If your coach continually tells you that you need to have a higher toss, that's BS. They need to explain why you need to have a higher toss. So you have a higher contact point. Guys, do we have any? Oh, here we are. We have 4 questions. Guys, yes, please. Thank you for using the questions. Thanks. All right. What's the name of my ball shooter? Slinger bag. I use my flat serve and kick. Yeah. So Chris, it depends what level you're playing at. If you feel good with your, like, say, there's some players, right? You guys will play more of it at a club level. Guys, there's some players that have so much trouble hitting a kick serve that if I'm playing someone that has trouble, they just can't get the timing down and return my kick, I'm gonna hit the kick every single time, right? I'm not gonna hit a flat serve unless I have to. So it depends on the opponent that you're playing. If I'm playing someone really high level, like when I played Division I tennis, yeah, I'm gonna need to kick that bad boy in, or I'm gonna get burned like out wide or something, right? Let's see. How do you jump on a serve? Okay, how do you jump on? Oh, I can press these. That's cool. So how do I jump on a serve? Guys, I told you, get into your back leg. So guys, if you guys ever see the pros jump, right? And the way I teach for beginners, club level, intermediate players who play at club. I don't teach pros, right? The pros jump not as they're trying to. It's a result of them being explosive. So you guys don't need to jump. Don't think when you serve, oh, I have to jump high. No, you don't. The reason why the pros jump is because they're exploding from their legs so much. So load into your legs, more of the jump will happen as a result. Players, club level players, they see that and they're like, oh, I need to jump. No, you don't need to jump. You just need to get into your legs and the jump will happen as a result. All right. I'm a 3.5 and been working on my kick serve, idea of it down. How do I generate more speed on it? Keep it more consistent. Guys, racket speed. With second serves, right? With second serve, you guys have to maintain your racket speed. If you're a beginner, intermediate, like 3.5 and below in the States, maybe not, right? But if you're above a 3.5, 4.0, 4.5, 5.0, you guys need to keep that racket speed. So what I want you to do is get more into your legs, go more up, and keep that racket speed. I hope that helps. Do you use continental grip for different serves? Yeah. So I use continental grip. I would recommend continental grip if you guys want to take it to another step, right? Here's what you're going to do. If you are and I made a Instagram reel on this, right? If you want to hit a kick serve, you're going to tilt that racket more of a backhand grip, right? More of a backhand. So when you go up, you're going to brush that ball. If you want to hit a slice serve, you're going to tilt the racket as a forehand grip more to the left, right? So kick serve, tilted a little bit to the right. Slice serve, tilted a little bit to the left, vice versa for left-handed players. So you can maneuver the grip a tiny bit based upon the different spins that you guys want to hit. All right, guys, do we have any more questions? Let's see. I hope that helps. Okay. Perfect. All right. So we did all those questions. Guys, do we have any more questions? Guys, thanks so much for joining tonight. It was a pleasure having you all. Again, if you guys want a good serve, click the check out my story. I have a promo code for the Grip MD. It teaches you the proper grip on how to hit a serve. It's a great teaching product. I use it with all my students. Yeah, guys, do you guys have any more questions? Thanks again so much for joining. We're going to be doing this every Thursday. We're going to be bringing up another tennis topic. If you guys miss it, I'm going to be posting the video on YouTube. This video is going to be going on YouTube. Does anyone else have any more questions? Going once. Going twice. Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for support. I appreciate it. Oh, we got one more question. Hold up. Wait. I'm struggling to improve my play. I always play cross court, but I'm getting killed down the line. Yeah, play with height. This is on serves, but yeah, make sure, guys, if your opponents ever beat you, it's probably because you're hitting the ball too short. Make sure you keep the ball deep. Again, we're going to be doing this every single week. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. I appreciate everyone. If you guys missed this, if you guys just joined, I'm going to be putting a link to it on YouTube. We went over everything: power, how position, toss, accuracy, consistency, how to get your ball out of the net, how to get your ball over the net. Guys, have a good one. Thank you for the support again, and happy hitting. See everyone later. Bye.